There we go. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good day here. Loki wants to say hello as always. Loki, come here. Oh, there you go. Ooh, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. So, alright. But anyway, hope you guys. Oh, dude, you got dirty paws all over me. I forgot you just got out in the mud. Alright. Anyway, hopefully. Happy to see all of you guys here today. This is going to be a little more of a shorter stream because I do have another stream coming out later on tonight. This is going to be something more of a midnight stream too. So you guys are going to be looking forward to this stream and the midnight stream. So as far as the market's concerned right now, guys, Bitcoin did take a little bit of rejection off of that level of resistance here. It's not some type of crazy bad thing that we've been talking about. You know, it's definitely just taking a slight move down after hitting that level of resistance. You're seeing a lot of people take the profits right now. And hey, Robert, happy to see you. Happy to see you, Jay and SA. Hope you guys are all having a good day here. I'm going to take a sip of water here very fast. It's definitely been one of those interesting days because, as you guys know, here's Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. You guys have seen that Bitcoin slowly came down a little bit, again, getting rejected off of that level of resistance from over here. That's fine. That's not terrible. But in the meantime, you've seen things like Ethereum continue to move higher and higher and higher because everybody is waiting for that new Ethereum announcement. I believe over the past couple days, just with everything happening so fast as far as Ethereum is concerned, we've really just seen, let me see, Ethereum ETF. There's been so many of these micro catalysts happening. Like basically, this VanEck has officially listed its spot Ethereum ETF on the DTCC. That's like 49 seconds ago. There's been all these little updates, and all those little updates have been juicing up Ethereum, and not just Ethereum. A lot of the Ethereum, ecosystem tokens. We've been seeing things as a whole just making some really good moves. Even things like Pepe. Pepe's at all-time highs right now, going to the moon. And, there's a lot of other tokens that are not going to the moon right now. And Pepe, being part of the Ethereum ecosystem, has definitely been a huge part there. Now, as far as what Bitcoin looks like for the next few hours and, day or whatever, I wanted to come back over here to this weekly chart for Coinbase just so we know what's going on. Now, I don't have the price action. I do have price action on. Okay, good. So, let's get rid of all that type of stuff. Bitcoin has had a breakout out of this flag here. That's very good news. We do want to see ourselves close above the all-time highs here from about early March. We really do, over the next couple of weeks, want to see us close above 73,835 and 57 cents on the Bitcoin to US dollar chart. Not Tether, Bitcoin to US dollar chart, okay? I do have the chart here for Binance. That one is going to be $73,777. You guys know that Binance was having, not Binance, TradingView was having some issues over the past 24 hours where the data was just kind of corrupted or something like that, so we couldn't really get good charting data from them. So I'm going to be swapping back and forth between them and the Coinbase data, I would say, for today, okay? And hey, Sam, happy to see my man. Let's see. What's causing the spike? Oh, Sam, and hey, Villaret, happy to see my man. This whole thing is based off of the Ethereum ETF news. Just go to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and just start scrolling down. And man, it's crazy because there's been so much short activity, as you guys imagine, over all of the bad CPI data we've had over the past few months, and all that type of stuff. However, with this good CPI data we had a few weeks ago, which wasn't even that great, it was just like not terrible. It was enough for us to not have to think about rate hikes. Let's say that. But when the SEC started to change its mind about what was going on with Ethereum, the Ethereum ETF, all of a sudden, boom, we had a huge spike in all the assets. We'll be going through a lot of charts here in a little bit because this stream is going to be about like an hour long because I have to go somewhere at 6:30 or 6. I'm supposed to meet a friend at the cigar lounge. But basically, the SEC is taking too much time, so I'll do it myself for the boys. I approve the Ethereum ETF. Basically, there was this. I'll play a video from CNBC here in a second. I think maybe that's what we're gonna do. But let me see if I can find it. I forgot the guy's name, of course. Maybe if I go over here to here. 31,000. There was a Bloomberg guy that's been posting here, and I wanted to share his post just so you can have a little bit of a recap of what's been going on here. But basically, the odds of the Ethereum ETF went from like 25% to 75% according to Bloomberg. That caused everything to shoot up, and all of a sudden it feels like there is something of a shift as far as how the White House may be looking at cryptocurrency. On top of that, once we watch this video here in a few seconds, I'll kind of go over what the guy is talking about and how this is going to be a big seismic shift if it is actually the beginning stages of a political shift from Democrats from being anti-crypto to being pro-crypto. Because again, Republicans are right now the pro-crypto party because Trump is like, saying, hey, I like crypto, I'm the pro-crypto guy. If Democrats don't try to at least balance that out by not being totally against crypto, they're probably going to suffer some vote losses this cycle, especially with me. I'm voting specifically for crypto this election. I'm a single male. I don't really have many other things to worry about except for maybe the economy as a whole and cryptocurrency. So, my vote really is based on like who's going to be best for crypto, whether it's RFK, Trump, or Biden. Maybe even Cornel West or Jill Stein. Is that her name? The random people out there. Anyway, what I'm going to do very fast is go over here to the daily chart. You guys can see at this point in time, we did actually have a small breakout right here. We are testing out the support level once more. We tested it, bounced back up. Hopefully, we can continue going higher. At best, let's just go sideways here. The way we're going, I wouldn't be surprised if we do come back down to go a little bit higher in the future. You can see a golden cross happening here for the first time in a long time. Last golden cross was definitely a nice move. Last death cross didn't do much at all, just like this death cross here didn't do too much. I think we had one large move, and that's about it. Maybe a little bit more consequential, but things looking pretty good. Over the next few hours, though, let me show you guys some stuff here. You'll see we're still bullish here. These last few moves have been pretty good for buying on the 4-hour chart. Definitely more day trades, like I said before, not doing too much swing trading here. However, momentum is kind of mixed right now. So I don't think this is necessarily the best time to be buying. I'm still waiting for another opportunity for things to get a little bit better. Maybe if Bitcoin drops down just a little bit more, I'll be more enticed to buy. But the day trades are definitely where I've been at. And even, to be honest, Bitcoin hasn't really where I've been trading lately. It's been Ethereum, Solana, Milady token. Some of these tokens are just moving up wildly. They've been having a much better day here. Now, let me make this move here. There we are. There you are. Okay. On the 1-hour chart, you can still see it's a little bit more bearish here. We're consolidating a little bit more. Perhaps if you guys are looking for something of a day trade, you might just wait for a breakout on this type of downtrend. That's probably the best case scenario I see for right now. These overall 1-hour trends aren't the best because we've been moving up so much. However, when we do go from red to green, it has usually been a good opportunity for some day trades. Usually. This one, it didn't hit the stop loss, so it did go up a little bit more, but typically it's been okay ever since we started to bottom off here. So since we have bottomed off a little bit more, I'm thinking of doing another day trade if we can just get back above, back up here on 71,448. Honestly, like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if we dropped down a little bit more. It'd be dropping down here and then coming back up above this level would cause the change of character I'm looking for that breakout, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping that's going to be a good mood as well, or good trade as well. Now, let me close this down for the stochastic. As far as everything else is concerned, guys, we do have a mixed bag here. Let's get rid of all this type of stuff. I was hoping that it wouldn't be as mixed because I was like, oh, altcoins as a whole should be going up and having a very good time. Well, some altcoins are doing very, very well. Some altcoins are not doing too well. So we're going to be talking about that here in a second. And no worries, Sam. Definitely check out more news. There's a lot of it. I wish I could give you the guy's name. I just don't recall what his actual name is. Because I follow him. So it's just that Elon tweets so much, Let's see. Actually, Bloomberg Ethereum. There you go. This Eric Balkanis. There we go, because I'm following him. There we go. Here's the message that really sent all this stuff off, and then I'll kind of recap some of the news we've been talking about here. He's been tweeting a lot. There you go. And let me even zoom in just a tad. Yeah, there we go. So the original tweet was SEC decision deadline this week on spot Ethereum ETFs. SEC must approve both the 19.4 exchange rule and changes and the S1s. Now, Eric says, update at Jeff Saif, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and are increasing our odds of the spot Ether ETF approval to 75%, up from 25%. Hearing chatter this afternoon that the SEC could be doing a 180 on this, so now everyone is scrambling. Like us to everyone else assumed they'd be denied. So, increasingly political issue right there. This is why I wanted to show you guys what's going on with CNBC here, because I think this is such an important thing. We may see, like I said before, Democrats shifting from anti-crypto to pro-crypto because all of a sudden, Trudeau said, I'm the pro-crypto president. A lot of people own cryptocurrency here. A lot of people, would like to see their cryptocurrency go up. And to be frank, who doesn't, right? So let's kind of listen to this brief little video. It's like 3 minutes long. I think you guys will enjoy it here. It's basically talking about, the political shift, I would say. And hey, Wilder, the scalping trade, I don't think it was, because I spent the whole night trading, so that's why I'm very tired right now. I spent the entire night day trading. It was great. It was fantastic. But I'm freaking tired. So that's why this stream is going to be until 6 o'clock for like an hour. And then I'm going to go grab a cigar with a couple friends. And then I'm going to go to sleep. But as soon as I get to that cigar lounge, I'm having a triple shot of espresso. I am fucking tired. There we go.
Listen, ETH is a lot higher in the last 24 hours on speculation that the ETF is coming. Step back a little bit. What seems to have happened is, Donald Trump 2 weeks ago got on stage and said, I'm the crypto president. And it was on the same day that Joe Biden had threatened to veto a relatively obscure piece of legislation that the SEC had put through, a rule.
He hasn't vetoed it yet. That's good news for us. They may be shifting here.
On accounting, saying that crypto assets in custody needed to be held on balance sheet. And that kind of set off a firestorm where it almost became a purity test, like Republican, good for crypto, Democrat, bad for crypto. And I think the Democratic regime woke up and saying, this is crazy, right? There are more crypto owners in America than there are dog owners, right? We have 85 million people that own crypto, and a lot of them are single issue voters. And the Democrats looked like they were the party against dogs. And so you've seen a pretty dramatic change. First of all, you had 9 senators cross the aisle and 21 congressmen on the SAB 21, and so that's passed, the repeal of that, and it'll go to Biden's desk. We'll see if he vetoes it or not. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, what seems to be a complete about-face with the SEC on the ETH ETF. And, listen, I don't have any inside info other than talking to people in the markets, and we'll see. We do have an ETF in registrations. I got to be a little bit careful. But assuming, the market is right, and the market's usually pretty smart, it feels like someone at the Biden White House made a call and said, guys, we can't be the party against crypto anymore. And I think that's a seismic shift, because if those things actually happen, prices are going to be much higher than here.
So you're speculating that a phone call was made from the White House to Gary Gensler's office, and Gary Gensler, who has, for the most part, as you know, been relatively opposed to these instruments. In fact, he was opposed to the Bitcoin ETF.
He hates everything
until the court told him otherwise. You think he's going to do it, quote unquote, voluntarily, or maybe pseudo-voluntarily, if in fact the president's telling him otherwise?
I am sensing a widespread shift amongst Democrats that don't want to let crypto be a big election issue. Right? The crypto super PACs have raised over $150 million, and they've targeted Sherrod Brown and John Tester, elections that matter dearly to Democrats in swing states, in vulnerable Senate seats. Crypto should be bipartisan. And quite frankly, for our industry to do well, it needs to be bipartisan. And it has been really Elizabeth Warren and a small group of people that has kind of held the Democrats hostage on this. And what the Senate broadly said, Chuck Schumer, being the Senate leader who voted overturn against Elizabeth was enough. Like this is becoming dumb. And
Mike,
so I'm sensing
it was always dumb.
Talk about
it was always dumb.
You talk about the industry doing this as if they're separate from you. You've been a big supporter over the years of President Biden. I don't know if you still are, but how much are you part of this effort?
Listen, you know, I've had a real view that this needs to be bipartisan. So I have been meeting with Democrats and Republicans equally, trying to both educate. On the Democratic side, I've been trying to talk sense. I was like, guys, this could be the biggest own goal of the last 6 years. There is no reason to make crypto, which is a technology, a political issue. And I think hopefully that message is starting to resonate.
All right, so that was the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We could be looking at some great things happening soon, and I'm really, really excited about this, especially if Democrats come around and say, give that good old middle finger to Elizabeth Warren. Oh boy, that's going to make things a lot easier for us, a lot easier. Now, as far as today, I know we already broke down what's going on with Bitcoin, hitting resistance levels, consolidating here, waiting for that next rally up. All good and fun. We do have a little bit more of a time limit on this, just so you guys know. We do want to see Bitcoin have an official all-time high breakout sometime before, the end of May, basically, May 31st and so forth, which is kind of irritating to me because you guys know next week I am going to be in Austin, Texas for the consensus, blockchain cryptocurrency convention. But we may be seeing a breakout around that time, which will kill me because I want us to be going up now. I don't want to see Bitcoin going up and crazy while I can't do live streaming with you guys. So I'm hoping we hit this breakout sometime sooner. Okay, so you all know the story with Bitcoin. Ethereum, the same thing here. We are heading up towards a big level of resistance. Let me go over here to the monthly chart. You guys can see what's going on here. I'm hoping that either this week or this month or next month we achieve that breakout, and then Ethereum is going to all-time highs sometime, sometime in July. Really, if we're lucky, it could be June. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's June. Sorry, June, not July. And then we're looking at things like $5,000 plus. It should be relatively easy at this point if we can just get a breakout following the Ethereum ETF. My only concern when it comes to Ethereum, only concern right now, is just like so many ETFs on the Bitcoin side, they fall for a little bit and then they start to move higher. So we've seen this with the Hong Kong ETF and of course the American ETFs. When they are announced, Bitcoin spikes for a second, comes down for like a week, and then it launches towards the moon. Will Ethereum follow that same pattern? I don't know for sure. There are Ethereum ETFs over in Hong Kong. We did come down a little bit, and then we did rocket off to the moon here. So I don't know if we're going to see that over and over again, since the Ethereum ETF process could be so, the announcements are so close together. But it is probably the only thing that really worries me at this point about this Ethereum news. Just that history of, hey, new ETF, everybody, let's go. Then boom, all of a sudden, nothing happens for a few days before it ends up, eventually ends up rocketing to the moon. One last thing here, as far as Ethereum is concerned. I know those ETFs right now with Ethereum in Hong Kong and so forth, that's nowhere near the capital that America can inject into Ethereum. Ethereum, at the end of the day here, does not have a high market cap like Bitcoin. And I mean Bitcoin's at 1.3 trillion. Ethereum is still at like 450 billion. I don't know how much interest there is out there for Ethereum, but I do think that interest is still going to make some massive moves for Ethereum here, which is going to be absolutely great. For me, I'm still going to be in a swing trading, high leverage mindset with this sucker. I already have my longs, and they're doing fantastic at this point in time. I've been telling you guys about these, dollar cost averages and stuff like that. It looks like around 63% of you guys have your dollar cost averages as profitable as far as now. So that's a good thing. As Bitcoin continues to go higher, I anticipate that number to go up and up, higher and higher and higher. And of course, Fairdesk. Oh, I can't show you. We're finally profitable. We're finally profitable. Literally, like 3 days ago, we were down $1,000. So nice little move right there. We're only up $27 here. It's not like a crazy amount, but you guys can see a lot more green. Book of Meme is now profitable. Bitcoin's, well, it's been profitable for a minute here. Ethereum is doing fine. Up $132 or 36% off of a Forex leverage, by the way. Injective is up 13. We still have ICP down 43%. I'll buy some more next Thursday. We still have Hot down 8, Filecoin down 28. There's still a lot of red in here, guys. But at least now we're profitable, which is great, great news. And of course, you see some things that are just down like $12, $3, $12. It's because I haven't put a lot of money into them just yet. RLC is up 11%. That's kind of nice to see. SLP is down 46% off of a 3x leverage here. Same with Sand. Some of these really need to continue making some better moves because they've been just okay so far. And then World Token here is up 12%. True Token right now is up around 40%, which is very, very nice. Still, a lot of red. I'm hoping that all of this red eventually is turning to green. And, that's where I'm going to start selling off some large chunks. If Bitcoin starts making larger moves, you better believe that's where I'm going to be having some fun. As far as Blowfin is concerned here, a whole different type of scenario because these are all, or most of these, are going to be your higher risk tokens. Typically, the only higher market cap tokens I'll buy in here are just a few to sprinkle in to protect myself from crazy amounts of volatility. And by that, I mean I probably have a lot more money invested in Bitcoin and than I do on all these altcoins I'm looking at. But again, there's a little bit more green. Bitcoin's up 16%. BNX is up 161%, and Turbo's up like 300% right now, 278%. There's still a lot of red here, still a lot of red. But now we're looking at Shiba's almost profitable. Pixel is down like 127% with a 3x leverage, so that's not good. We still have a lot of stuff that's down. I'm hoping that when altcoin season starts to kick up, we'll be looking at much more money coming in here. And I think I was talking with the Blowfin guy yesterday. I believe there is some type of event happening tomorrow for volume. So if you guys like to trade on Blowfin, I'm going to have a special for you guys. So I think there's a contest where you guys can earn some cool stuff if you guys like to trade. If you guys aren't used to doing a lot of day trading, don't just hop into this because it's a contest. If you guys like to day trade and you guys are pretty decent at it, then you hop into this contest, all right? I don't want you guys to be trading for volume and having fun trying to get a prize if that means your overall account value goes down. Let me see if I can actually find it here very fast. I think it's probably another Twitter page because I have not taken it off. He messaged me on Twitter, I believe. It's for tomorrow, though, but let's see. There we go. So let's open this image in a new tab. There you go. This is what I'm talking about here. You can see my little head up there, which is always nice. But you get a certain amount of volume, $1,000 in trading volume, that's $20 feature bonus. Trading volume is $1 million, get AirPods. Trading volume 5, $1 million, get a Switch, which is pretty cool. Trading volume 20 million, get an iPhone 15. I think this starts tomorrow again, and this is only for those of you guys that like to trade, or that are more experienced traders, because I know I have a whole ranging viewpoint here, ranging view of traders on the channel. Trading volume is 30 million, get a MacBook Pro. Trading volume 50 million, you get yourself an Apple Vision Pro, and then trading volume 100 million, which again, this is like with leverage here, you get a Rolex. I'm eyeing this Rolex here, actually. I might try to go for this, only because I'm literally looking for this exact type of watch. I'm looking for a watch that's green, has a green dial and silver on the outside, and it's going to match my new green suit that I have coming out pretty soon. So, yeah. Because remember, once I get this suit, there is a good chance that I am going to be dressing up in that suit for most of my streams, depending on how... well, the fabric is great fabric, so it should... get tucked in and fit well, but to the point there, I'll be dressing up for a lot of my streams here. Only thing is, I'm gonna have one of those low rollers because Loki is going to be killing me with all that fur. Is that the bill where they want to get rid of long-term capital gains? No. This one is the bill that went past the House and the Senate in the bipartisan fashion was allowing financial institutions to hold custody over Bitcoin, so they can actually own the Bitcoin there. Right now, there's a lot of regulations in the way. The Republicans and Democrats, it's like, okay, think of like the majority of Republicans and a sliver of Democrats, just enough to kind of pass everything to the finish line. That's what kind of, they work together to get the bills passed. Because again, you are seeing Democrats realize that, hey, people like me, maybe some people like you, we do vote on cryptocurrency policy as well. There's a lot of issues that are talked about in the news. There's the economy, there's immigration, there's abortion, there's crime. All of that stuff matters, but most of the stuff that I care about, like that type of stuff, it's more local to me. I think I vote more, when it comes to like the state representation, state senate, state house, the governor, attorney general. I pay more attention to that than anything with the federal government. But when it comes to the federal government and cryptocurrency policy, just like I do with the state, I am much more perceptive of what they're doing, and I really want them to not be so anti-crypto. So the fact that they feel like they have to switch more towards the Republican position, which is more pro-crypto, I think that's just a great sign, because they realize the majority of crypto people, they see, the Democrats right now, every Democrat has a Gary Gensler mask on. And that's not something you want to see. Imagine the movie The Purge, but everybody's wearing Gary Gensler masks. That's how I feel being in the cryptocurrency world. Gary Gensler's after you. Now, as far as everything else is concerned here, with all these other tokens, Ethereum still booming, still looking very, very nice. Bitcoin right now, like we just talked about, up a little bit, just a sliver, up $50, nothing really crazy. Solana hit resistance, got rejected here. Hoping we can have another move, but it did get rejected. Dogecoin, change of character here. This is going to be a good move. I've been trying to see what's happened in the past with, Dogecoin and change of characters. Usually, it's a decent move. Usually. Last time, it wasn't because of the timing here. So you can see that move was horrible. But this move was good. This move was good. This move was not. This is only back in 22. Yeah, actually, that one wasn't not as well. Yeah, few. There you go. There's more over there. Some of these smaller ones aren't the best, but I'm hoping, since we're kind of at this level of resistance here, right there, we could actually bounce back above 17.5 and then start going back up to 22 and all the way up here to 33. But that's probably going to happen. What is this? Probably next month and the month after. I'm hoping we can hit like 30 cents here with Dogecoin. Just because this thing can rip when it wants to, but it really depends on how good this Ethereum news is, or if we actually do have the Ethereum news coming out. All right. Now, as far as WIF is concerned, let me get rid of the smart money concepts thing here, just so we don't have to look at the colored candles again. You're still seeing a lot of tokens not making the moves up towards those highs. That's perfectly okay. These are the things that I'm still dollar cost averaging to, and I'm happy they haven't taken off without me just yet. Bonk already taken off. Look at that level of resistance right now. You can see Bonk literally break out and go to all-time highs here today. This is all-time highs? Yeah, all-time highs today or tomorrow, sometime this week. Miro, still down a lot. Again, I'm waiting for a breakout surge sometime today to bring it up towards 27 cents. That doesn't have to be today, but sorry, this week sometime. Baby Dogecoin still much oversold. Book of Memes still oversold, but still making a good progress here. Remember, I'm profitable on this now, and I'm happy. Sheeb is one of those things where it's just not there yet. Sheeb just broke out. So, or not technically breaking out. You can see all those wicks right there. But I'm thinking we're going to have to come up here to at least test out 2904. At least. That's the next level of resistance here. So, I think we're on the right path there. This is more of a day trading position here. Much more of a day trading position, if you ask me. Pepe is at all-time highs. It's going berserk. This is something you just want to ride the wave and have fun with it. Day trade the breakouts. You're going to see change of characters here. Buy that, Change of character there. Buy that. Change of character there. Buy that. Change of character right there. You could also buy that. Change of character there for a day trade. Those all. Oh, this one actually didn't work out too well. But yeah, there's been a lot of moves here. You just kind of going full speed on this sucker. It's a fun one right now. Same with Floki, as you can see. Let me go over here to the daily chart, or the 4-hour chart. Floki. Not at all-time highs just yet, but still making its move. So there are a lot of tokens making some good moves for day trades. There are a few that are not. Like even Milady token had a big day yesterday. Look at that. Pump up a little bit. Things like ADA, they're still oversold. So if you guys are looking for something a little bit more safe that you guys want to just hold for a while, things like ADA haven't been bad. AMP is still oversold here compared to that big spike we had a while ago. Ape token here, I bought some a little bit more the other day. I'm really just hoping 50-day moving average, breakout, easy profit, go long here. Maybe since, maybe I should try this as a trade. Let me go over here very fast. So here's the 15-minute chart. Let me open up another SMA, and this is the 50 right here. I wonder if it's worth trying to buy this with a stop loss here of 127. Let me see if I can actually pull this up. Because momentum right now seems to be fine. And this is ape. Do we have ape? We do have ape. This might be interesting for something of a smaller day trade here. So we're at 130 right now. Let's just do $500 trade. 30x leverage is fine. We don't need to go 50. Open the long here, and then I need to look at these levels of support. This is a 15-minute chart. $127.1. So if I go over here, 1.271, I'll lose $344 if that's hits. That's fine. And then on the other side of this, if we do have a breakout above that, I guess I would like to see it hit 145 at the peak right here. But let's go down to 144 just in case it doesn't really make that big spike. So 144. So if we come back over here again, 1.44, that I'll make $1,600 off of that trade. That'll be worth it. It's a higher leverage trade for sure. Like every 2% is like $10, but whenever I see something trying to break out above the 50-week moving, 50-day moving average, I try to take a small position in just to see where it's going to go. And again, I can lose $333 or I can make it $1,600. I think the opportunity is there. I'm hoping I don't get worked out because my support is right here, kind of like support level right there. Maybe I should move it to 125. I think for now we should be fine. All right. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, I'm just going to put this down so we can kind of wait to see what's going to happen there a little bit later on. As again, we could always get rejected here, and I'm just hoping that doesn't happen today. Because as you guys know, Bitcoin went down yesterday, kind of, after that big move. And you saw altcoins have mixed results. Fetch AI still breaking out here, looking to break above some resistance levels. PHA, AJAX. All right. Oh, World Token might have a breakout here too soon. That could actually be good all the way back up here to 605. All right. So we're seeing some good stuff overall, everybody. I'm not too concerned. The dollar index is still cutting down overall, right here. I mean, technically we're going up, but short term, we're still heading down. I'm hoping that we can actually have a breakdown sometime soon. We do have some Fed minutes. Wait, did the Fed minutes come out today? No, they come out tomorrow. So that'll also be a catalyst here. Maybe that gives us a little bit more of a boom that we're looking for. However, the ETF announcement is supposed to also happen tomorrow. So you can see the market as a whole continue to just take a very massive move off of this. I'm not really, what would you even want to call that? I'm not going gung-ho here. I'm just enjoying my day trades, doing a lot of day trades in, out, in, out, in, out. Been working fine for me. For those of you guys doing swing trades, just make sure that you try to buy something that's right next to a level of resistance so it can break out above that and then have a pretty tight stop loss, even more of a moderate stop loss there, just nothing too loose. So if for whatever reason the market goes down tomorrow, Bitcoin goes down again, you get my point, you guys are protected from some of those larger moves. All right. Now let's go back over here. I want to get rid of the 50 here off of this chart. There we are. And then all-time highs right here, Fibonacci level resistance right there. We're still very, very close. The fact that we're coming back up, everybody's kind of happy with this. There's still buyers in the market. That's a good sign for what's going to happen in the future here. There we are. And hey, Rob, I'm happy to see you. July is the best time for a big cigar. July is the time for a big cigar. Oh, what do you call it? I mean, I only have like a few actual large cigars. They're, what do you call? There's these Davidoffs. Let me see. I don't know exactly which size they are, but which ones did I buy? Can I go like black band, white band? No, it's a white band collection. Well, it could have been the Churchill collection. Ah, smack. Some of these cigars are looking weird. Oh well, they're just very long cigars, but they're dark. They are, I don't even know what you'd call them. They're Maduro. There you go, Maduro. I'll show you guys one when I get a chance. I only have 2 of them left though, because I bought 3. The first one is very good, but it's hard to find these ones. They're expensive. So I just don't want to smoke them unless there's something really big going on. Just like when I'd rather smoke a Cuban than one of those Davidoffs, just because they're a little bit more difficult to find. And hey, B-Boy, Doge is definitely looking good right now. I'm hoping we can have a little bit more of a breakout here, just like what we've been talking about with everything else. I'm really hoping this makes a move, though. I really want to see Ape Token finally break out. It's going to take a minute, though. And hey, Daryl, happy to see you. Now, Ethereum short, long. Are you asking a question about it? Right now, if you're trading, most people are going to be going long because the Ethereum announcement comes out tomorrow, or so we've been told. That's the catalyst to make Ethereum go even higher. At this point in time, boy, it's going to be a very volatile ride, so you might even see it do some unexpected stuff tomorrow. I'd rather be long than short on Ethereum, but it's one of those trades where you're going to have to be watching what's going on, or at least have a stop loss and a target price there to protect yourself. Ethereum's already moved up so much that you're really chasing crumbs at this point. So you got to be careful about how you want to approach it. I'd rather be long than short at this point, though, just because it really appears that the announcement is going to be coming tomorrow, and that's going to be a big catalyst for everything in the Ethereum ecosystem here. Okay, what do you want? Loki's over here asking for pets and stuff. He knows I'm leaving in a little bit. All right, but last few days, here we go. Looks like you've got your final answer as to whether the SEC will allow staking. No. As this is the first amendment of any document to roll past the SEC 180 and post SEC 180, and their comments to issuers yesterday. Okay. So removing staking rewards. I would love to have some staking rewards, wouldn't you guys? Especially if it was coming from the Wall Street sector. So for anyone wondering why our odds were low up until yesterday, see below. This was a shock, a holy shit moment yesterday, even for people inside the process. That said, props to @Jeff, or I'm just going to say Jay, for convincing me to stick with the 25% floor as I wanted to go lower. And that's how deafening the silence was from the SEC and how bleak the chatter was. For this exact reason, to allow room for something unforecastable like this. How is anyone meant to predict that Trump would endorse crypto and Dims would throw up a Hail Mary and pivot? That wasn't forecastable. Isn't it crazy how this all started just because Trump said he was the most pro-crypto president ever? I feel like if this one is an election season, we wouldn't be having these pivots here, guys. Election season is making this interesting. And I wonder, since we are in election season, does this mean Biden has to keep moving closer and closer and closer to Trump's position, which of course is pro-crypto, less regulations? Oh, this could be good here. Because again, we're still seeing bills move through the House and Senate for pro-crypto, and it looks like Democrats are reluctantly joining. I would say reluctantly. They're not full-throated enthusiastic about it, but we're still seeing those moves. Now, anything else did you say? Grayscale just filed an updated 19B4 for their Ethereum mini trust. We should see a bunch of these come in today. Meanwhile, equity mutual funds are working on their 82nd straight month of outflows. Oh, geez. Well, when you look at outflows of maturity funds, mutual funds, stuff like that, the market has been so crazy. Of course, that's kind of been happening. This isn't just crypto, but the market's been kind of crazy. Nvidia's been crazy. Everything's been crazy. Everybody wants to get a little piece of the pie. ETF traders have grown tired of the fighting the Fed, betting on rate cuts as flows into TLT have leveled off while the volume and it has moved from the day before the Fed meetings when traders felt more confident they could predict the Fed. Oh, yeah. Anything else here? Update, it's happening. We have at least 5 of the potential Ethereum ETF issuers that have submitted their amended 19B4s in the last 25 minutes. Fidelity, VanEck, Invesco Galaxy, ARC21 Shares, and Franklin all submitted via CBOE. So there we go. We're getting some good news there. I'm really wondering if it's going to come out tomorrow. I mean, if it comes out tomorrow, it's just going to be massive. Now, Ethereum ETF. I just want to see if there's any other news going on here. A nice cigar might just set the mood tonight with a nice few shots of rum. Oh, what do you call it? I'm in 20 minutes. I have to go meet a friend at the cigar lounge, and then I'm going to come back here later on tonight and do a late night stream with you guys. And so I will probably be smoking another cigar. Your favorite crypto chart later this week when the Ethereum ETF applications get Jiangling? I can't pronounce that word. It's something. Oh, Biden. I don't think Biden will crash it. I mean, I don't think. Well, we'll wait and see. If they do this about face on the crypto community, that'd be the most stupidest thing in the world. That would cement me not voting for Joe Biden if they try to pull this, 180, a 360 from the 180, right? No. They're facing here. They do a 180. They do another 180, so they're back to where they started more. But in totality, they did a 360. Does that make sense? If they did that, yeah, it would just be horrible, horrible. Bitcoin maxis before the Ethereum approval. Wishing you the best, praying for your downfall. Jeez. VanEck has officially listed a spot Ethereum ETF. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit more. I'm fucking jacked to the tits. Yeah. Trump is now accepting crypto. Let's actually see that. I wanted to see this. Trump. Is it .com? .org? Oh no, Trump.com is his real estate thing. Trump campaign. Donald J. Trump home. No, thank you. I do not donate to politicians. They get enough money from everybody else. Contribute. How do you... Where's the crypto part? That's my question. Where's the crypto part? Wait, before you go. Reclaim free speech? No. All I want to know is the, what do you call? Contribute. This looks like a whole different website, though. See, this is a whole different website than what this was just showed right there. Okay, here we go. Trump 2024 crypto donations. Maybe that'll work. Okay, here's Cointelegraph 3 hours ago. I wonder if they have a link. No. I don't know if it's donate Trump campaign. I don't know if I can find it. Here's a PDF. No. I don't know if it's actually up yet. I'm looking for it. I want to win red. No. What do you call? I don't know how this works. I don't visit politicians' websites too much, unfortunately. Yeah, but it takes me here. Trump store, donate by mail. Events, maybe. South Bronx. Going to New York? Holy shit. The Lion's Den for him. But yeah, so this is what it looks like anyway. I'm not going to go any deeper into it because I just can't find it. But I don't recommend you give money to politicians. That's just my 2 cents. Whether it's Joe Biden, Donald Trump, RFK, they usually have enough coming from the private sector to cover most of their stuff. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Now accepting cryptocurrency. Anything else here? I think Ethereum ETF is bullish. Ethereum. You should see these pictures inside the old Old country buffets, that's the style. We are here. Ethereum ETF approved. Skyrocket. See, I don't know if we're just going to go straight up like that. I think we're going to be grinding for a little bit here until we break out above all-time highs. And then once we break out above, like, 5,000-ish, we'll just go boom. And then we might even go up to 6,000, 7,000 this cycle here just with the ETF. We still have to see what the inflows are like, but you better believe there's going to be a lot of new money flowing into Ethereum here, especially if they felt like they missed out a little bit on the Bitcoin rally. They may say, oh, Ethereum's low market cap, I can allocate more funds to that. And again, it won't take as many funds to actually push Ethereum up because the market cap is like over half of what Bitcoin's market cap is. Remember, Bitcoin 1.4 trillion, Ethereum 454 billion. There's a massive difference there. That's why everybody keeps on going crazy about like an XRP ETF or Solana ETF, Dogecoin, Sheep, whatever. A lot of those are much less chance of happening. But if they were to happen, you better believe the money going into those things would just cause them to go astronomical. Ethereum ETF is priced in. Bitcoin maxis are really pissed off there might be a spot Ethereum ETF. I don't get it. Why hate on a project that is open source? Oh, I don't really see much hate for the Ethereum ETF if you ask me. I think everybody's just like, okay, let's see what happens here. Maybe they're jealous because Ethereum is rocketing to the moon here. But again, when you look at Ethereum, I know we talked about this a few times. Look how oversold Ethereum was. It was all the way down here, was resting on top of a support level here, and we barely held it. I mean, like barely. We had the good CPI data, and then the Ethereum news with the ETF, and then boom, we're coming back up. Now, we're good to go, but it doesn't mean we have to keep on going straight up. We could definitely consolidate for a while before taking that next move. The thing that's been keeping us going here day by day has been all of the news surrounding the ETF. All of the forms coming in, everybody kind of figuring out, okay, how much, here you go. This is not in English, but you can see all these funds right here with the ETF. They're all little catalysts to say, ooh, this is good for Ethereum. Ooh, this is good for Ethereum. So we're juicing ourselves up for some good things here. After the news comes out, probably tomorrow, you'll probably see it take a dump a little bit, just like what happened with Bitcoin 2 times. And then it should rocket up here. Bitcoin still hasn't broken out to all-time highs. However, we did break out above this trend line here. Let me take away these candles here just so you can see what I'm talking about. There we are. Wick to wick. All right. So we broke out. Even if you take out the log right here, we still broke out above it. That's great news. However, that just means that next time it's going to be easier. We want to continue this rally. Again, like I said, it's just going to take some time. People really are not going to be patient because of the large move we had, which is going to suck because there's going to be a lot of profit taking right here. People like, again, large level of resistance. Everybody's happy with their returns from buying over here. And then boom, they're like, oh yeah, I should be selling right now. Nah. I'm going to wait for this to have a really big move down the road here. I really want to see this week by week go surging. Because again, look at that monthly chart. I know these lines are kind of annoying to look at, but we're waiting for that surge. Kind of like right here, the surge that kept us going for maybe another few more months. That's what we're hoping for right now. The only thing about this bull market is it's been so crazy with inflation, interest rates, and stuff like that. But the fact that we have the Fed meeting coming out tomorrow, the FOMC minutes, that's going to be another catalyst happening tomorrow. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. But for now, just keep an eye out for some of those, what would you want to call those people? Watch out for the profit takers, I guess I would say. There we are. Okay. Hey, Claire, if I was forced to futures trade with $50 at the start, how quickly and what would your plan be to get it to 1,000? Oh, I'd probably day trade it with like 10x leverage or something like that. And I'd be looking for the market to be in like that perfect situation where the weekly momentum is all bullish, the daily momentum is bullish, the 4-hour momentum is bullish, and the 1 hour and the 2 hours all bullish. And I'd probably swing trade into those markets. We haven't had one of those times in quite a bit of time, though. Like, we haven't had that set up in a while. Like, actually, this is the right chart for this, yeah. There you go. Remember, the MACD and stuff has been bearish. The last time everything was gung-ho and ready to go, where everything turned green, that was right here. This was positive, this was positive, this was positive. We were already in a good change of character here, so you guys can see that this was already... Oh, there it goes. See how everything was already green? I'll take the oscillators off. Everything was already in a buy mode. That was the last buy signal we had for a nice opportunity like that. Then you go back in time a little bit more. Green, green, green. So you could buy right here if you wanted to, or even a little bit before, but typically these are much more of shorter swing trades like I talked to you guys about before. And I'd basically be just doing like a 5x leverage, 10x leverage, buying up during that position and just waiting for it to grind on higher. That's usually how I like to trade. And of course, let's say you see the daily chart screen. Well, then you're going to be looking for every small breakout on maybe the 4-hour chart and stuff to make some profits. Because you see an opportunity to buy right here. You see a breakout right there. Although this is kind of scary because there was a Bitcoin ETF announcement. Another breakout right there. Change of character right there. I just buy and hold during those. I don't try to rush it. And I just, stay, just kind of stay the course. Yeah, I'd hate to rush something like that. Especially if I only have $50 to trade. $50 to trade is not a lot of money. Martin Gruenberg? Who's Martin Gruenberg? Cointelegraph. So this is I'm not seeing any news about the guy. No, I don't see any news about the guy on Cointelegraph. Let me zoom out just in case I'm missing something. Microsoft, Bing, Hot Stories. No, nothing on Cointelegraph as of now. Exciting times are coming. I'm hoping so. And hey, Steve, it's going pretty well. Always dollar cost average, definitely. I'm glad I found your channel yesterday. Great informative information. Keep it up. I appreciate that, Rob. Oh, it's me, Roar. Dollar cost averaging allows you to sleep. Yeah, definitely. Well, right now it's kind of difficult because, again, remember when I told you guys, a few weeks ago, there's going to be a point where Bitcoin just goes boom. Ethereum just goes boom. Like the market just goes boom. We're at that point where everybody's wondering if they should really buy in at this point. For me, I typically say no just because of, I've already been buying at a lot when everything was cheaper, and we're at a big level of resistance right now. If you're buying at a big level of resistance at this moment in time, you're basically looking to open up a swing trade and not a day trade here. So you're hoping that over the next few days, like we talked about before, Bitcoin consolidates and has a larger move out. That's a perfectly okay way of thinking about it. Your stop loss, if you're buying at $70,000 right now, is going to be $64,000. And that really means you have to have a lower leverage. So you're really just doing a low leverage swing trade. And for those of you guys that want to know, that's around 8%. So if you have a 10x leverage, you're going to lose 80% if it hits that stop loss. However, you're probably going to be expecting Bitcoin to go well above 8% if we can actually have this breakout here and break above all-time highs. To get Bitcoin to 8%, all we have to do is just get to $76,000, basically, a little bit less than that. We go up towards $80,000 and you're talking about 14%. It's like 140% profit. You get the point I'm trying to make here. But it's definitely more of like, okay, you didn't want to trade any of these breakouts right there that change of character, or this initial breakout right there during the change of character shift over. It's going to be hard to find a good entry position right now unless you guys are looking at specific altcoins. Like I said before, altcoins are a whole different ballgame right now because so many of those altcoins are still so much more oversold. There are a few things like Bonk that have had resurgences, but things like Miro, Baby Doge, STMX. STMX had a great day yesterday. Fantastic. We talked about this hitting the 50. It broke above that end to the 200 here. Book of Meme, still pretty low. Sheeb, still pretty low. There's still tons of opportunities. Now we got things like Pepe running off, and the only way I made some profit off of this was my dollar cost averaging, because I normally don't day trade Pepe because I hate the low numbers like this. Floki again, getting close. Milady token coming back up quite a bit, but still oversold. ADA. ADA has a large market cap, wherever it's at over here. Yeah, it's number 10, and it's still so oversold. Look at that. ADA, everything is red. Toncoin, you got some green. Dogecoin, you got some green. XRP, you got some green and red. You know, Solana, you got some green. Same with BNB and such. ADA is complete horseshit right now. And it's, even XRP, which has been abysmal, at least that has a little bit of green. ADA is something where I'm like, okay, maybe it'll have a move here. I'm keeping track of it, but it seems very oversold compared to where I thought it might be. So I'm hoping that ADA will move higher in the future. But man, this thing has just been like, yuck. Even go over here towards the monthly charts. It can go parabolic when it wants to, but it's so low that I'm like, might as well buy some up now, dollar cost average, and whenever it shoots up, it'll shoot up. We officially have our nice order block down here too, so we have a big level of support. It's just that, damn, this thing fell down so far from the 2021 highs. If it just goes from right now 48 cents up here to $3, I'd be happy with that trade, especially since it's going to be a low leverage type of long-term thing. My only issue is there's been better things to buy. So I've been putting my money much more towards AI tokens, meme tokens, stuff like that. And I think overall they've been doing well. Like even here with my, let me see if I can actually open this up because I'm not entirely sure how to do this. Overview. How do I do this? So that's April. It's March. So here's something. So right now, this is my Blowfin account. This is my, I just put a whole bunch of money into this, and I did hardly any dollar cost averaging. I just put it all in there, and then I'm just gonna wait because this is honestly just a very volatile portfolio that I built for myself. But you can see my total profit loss right here overall for like putting a couple $1,000s in here is about 8% or about $321. And you can see this like profit loss thing right here where it kind of does this little list of like, hey, some days you're up, some days you're down, some, then there's some green days over here that you can't see. But, overall, today's profit loss is up 54. The profit for the last 7 days is $355, all in the last 7 days. Profit for the last 30 days is $453. And that's all overall, and I'm still losing overall $321. I still have a little bit more of a way to go. I didn't really buy these at the best time, but it's, well, you can see right here, right? It was at zero cumulative profit loss. It went up $168 in profit, crashed all the way down to $1,500 in losses. This is dollar cost averaging. We're just one bulk buy here with a bunch of other tokens. And then it started to climb back up, and now I'm only down like $321. Like, eventually it's going to go up. I'm going to be happy with it. But I didn't do a good enough job of dollar cost averaging, mostly because I was I didn't have as much time for this portfolio as I wanted to. And that's why we're seeing like some good stuff happening. But damn, I definitely have one portfolio that's not doing as hot because it's much more high risk tokens. The Fairdesk account is definitely doing very, very well right now just because it's overall positive. That positivity is what I love. Love, 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 love. Yeah, and we're up $64 right now. Oh no, now we're down $23. Oh, we were up a little bit here. Now we're back to being down, but we're basically at parity here. We're flat. I'm happy with that. I wish it was still green though. But again, we're looking at more green showing up on my screens. That's all I want to see. I really want to see this continue to make some good moves here. And this Thursday, I will be dollar cost averaging even more, which is the day after tomorrow. So I don't know what I want to buy though this time. I'm just going to double down in some of the worst positions I have. I think I'm just going to double down into them just to get it over with. Seller right here is down 38%. It's only down $3, so I haven't really put a lot of money in there. I'll add some more there. File token, I'll put some more money there. ICP, I'll put some more money there. ICP's always been decent. Cost, I'll put some more money there. And maybe Key. So, and Lena. So, I got my positions here. Maybe I'll double down. No, lever is already profitable. I don't want to mess with that. But, I got some things to do. Are you stacking render for NVIDIA earnings tomorrow? No, I already have positions in render, and I'm just going to let them cook for a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how this earnings report's going to go. I'm anticipating something very, very nice here, but it's kind of up in the air for me. I'd much rather be day trading it than swing trading it. That's mostly because I've been kind of busy, though. I just have not had as much time as I've wanted to for a lot of work. But anyway, guys. Oh, hey, Crazy Waffles. You up $300? That's what you're talking about right there. I'm going to call it a day here. I will be streaming at around like a little after midnight once I get back, so maybe around like 1 o'clock in the morning. I have to go meet a friend right now at the cigar lounge because he hasn't been there in a hot minute. He's like, hey, I'm going there. So I'm like, oh, finally get to hang out with him. He lives in downtown Seattle, doesn't make it down south that much. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Right now, everything is fine. Bitcoin is still consolidating. Don't just assume we're going to be going rocketing up to the moon. Consolidation is nice. It's needed. It's okay. It's welcome. Ethereum is a massive wild card with the ETF announcement potentially coming out tomorrow. Just be careful. And even same with the Bitcoin, we got some Fed minutes coming out tomorrow. So just understand there's going to be volatility. If you guys want to lock in profit, you guys can. I am not, but that's just because I'm holding out for something more over the long term, which is it's in itself is a risk. All right. But get ready for a little bit later on this week. We are going to be doing some more dollar cost averaging here. And I'll start to promote some of these new contests coming out from Blowfin here, just because I want to see if anybody can get a Rolex, including myself. So see you guys a little bit later. Hopefully you guys all have a good night. And if you're going to be day trading, Beam tokens seem to be